There was a time when humanity may have known more than we give it credit for. Not just philosophy, not just myths and legends, but science, engineering, astronomy, medicine, knowledge powerful enough to build wonders that still leave us speechless today. And then, something happened. Because scattered across the ancient world are clues, fragments of brilliance that suggest entire chapters of human understanding were lost. In ancient Egypt, on the Mediterranean coast, stood the legendary Library of Alexandria, a place described as the greatest center of learning in the ancient world. Scholars gathered there from across continents, mathematicians, astronomers, inventors, physicians. Ships entering the harbor were searched for books. Any texts found were copied. Knowledge was collected aggressively, intentionally. Some historians estimate hundreds of thousands of scrolls were stored there. Think about that. In a world without printing presses, without digital backups, without cloud storage, this was humanity's greatest memory bank. And over time, it burned, damaged in conflicts, destroyed in political struggles, neglected through centuries of turmoil. We don't know exactly what disappeared, but we know what survived. Ancient scholars calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy, using nothing more than shadows and geometry. They documented early steam-powered devices. They debated heliocentric models long before modern science confirmed them. If that's what survived, what didn't? Now travel to the Giza Plateau. Stand before the Great Pyramid. 2.5 million blocks of stone, some weighing over 70 tons, placed with such precision that even today, modern engineers debate how it was achieved. The base is nearly perfectly level. The structure aligns almost precisely to true north. Internal chambers are positioned with deliberate mathematical ratios. This wasn't random stacking. This was design. And here's the mystery. We cannot point to a clear technological evolution that explains how this level of engineering suddenly appeared and then seemingly declined. Later pyramids were smaller, less precise. It's as if something was understood and then forgotten. Look at the structures of the ancient Roman Empire. Aqueducts that still carry water, domes that remain standing after 2,000 years, harbors built with a type of concrete that actually grows stronger in seawater. Modern scientists only recently discovered that Roman concrete contains mineral reactions that allow it to self-heal cracks. For centuries, the exact formula was lost. Think about that. A material superior in certain environments, abandoned by time. Then there's the device pulled from a shipwreck near Greece, the Antikythera Mechanism, a cluster of bronze gears. When scanned, it revealed a mechanical computer, over 30 interlocking gears, capable of predicting eclipses, tracking planetary cycles, modeling astronomical events decades in advance. It dates back over 2,000 years, and then nothing like it appears again for more than a millennium. No gradual improvement, no clear technological descendants, just a sudden spark of genius. Then, darkness. In Peru, the fortress walls of Sacsayhuaman are built from massive stones shaped with irregular edges that fit together like puzzle pieces. Some weigh more than 100 tons. There's no mortar, no visible binding material. The stones fit so tightly that a sheet of paper can barely slide between them. These structures have survived earthquakes that destroyed modern buildings nearby. How were they cut with such precision? How were they transported without wheels or steel cranes? How were they lifted into place? Across the world, from Egypt to South America to the Mediterranean, we see the same pattern. Moments of astonishing advancement, followed by collapse. Libraries burned, Cities sacked, empires falling. Each collapse didn't just erase governments, it erased knowledge. And knowledge is fragile. When scholars die, libraries burn, and cities crumble, understanding disappears with them. History is not a straight line of constant improvement. It rises, it peaks, it falls. Then it begins again. What if ancient civilizations reached heights we barely understand? What if some technologies were discovered, used, and then lost because the societies that sustained them collapsed? What if humanity has rebooted more times than we realize? The past may not have been primitive, it may have been interrupted. Because intelligence is not modern, curiosity is not modern, innovation is not modern. Those traits are ancient. The real mystery is not whether ancient people were capable, they clearly were. The real mystery is how much they knew that we no longer do. How many formulas vanished in smoke? How many inventions were buried under sand? How many ideas died with the last scholar who understood them? Perhaps the greatest loss in human history isn't a monument, it isn't a city, it isn't even an empire. It's forgotten knowledge. Because once knowledge is lost, it must be rediscovered from the beginning, and that can take centuries. Maybe we are not the most advanced civilization to ever walk this planet. Maybe we are simply the latest. And somewhere beneath deserts, oceans, and ruins, the echoes of ancient brilliance still wait, not to rewrite history, but to remind us that progress is fragile, and knowledge, once lost, can change the world twice.